I want the Astros to win the World Series, and I have a few reasons why. Let's go talk about it. Before I get started, if you are new to the channel, think about subscribing down below and help us get to 30,000 subscribers. Hit the like button, the bell button, the share button, hit all the buttons. Reason number one, I want to move on from the cheating scandal. I get it. The cheating was bad. It was not good. You were banging on trash cans. You were making whistling sounds. You were doing all of it. But you know what? I'm tired of it. It's been years now. I am ready to move on. To be completely honest with you, I have moved on. I have moved on now for a couple of years, and I still see people just giving all the crap to the Astros about it. And hey, rightfully so. I understand. It was not the right thing to do. But in life, at some point, you gotta move on. You gotta turn the page. You gotta go to the next chapter. And what the Astros have been able to do overall for the last 6 years now, going back to 2017, this team, this organization has been phenomenal. 6 straight American League Championship Series. They've been to 4 World Series during that time. They're in the World Series last year in 2019. This organization has just done a fantastic job. Again, the cheating was not good. But here's another reason too. The Astros were absolutely not the only team doing something like this. Even my Red Sox got in trouble for something. There was this top secret letter with the New York Yankees or whatever it was, where they were doing something. Other teams were up to no good in some way, shape, or form. And actually, Chris Sale on the Red Sox did talk about this earlier on this year. Now, if we go to this article here, he had a quote. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. If the Astros were the only team doing it, then yeah, give it back. Take it back. I know for a fact they weren't, Sale said on the WEEI morning show. All these people pointing fingers. Well, hey, take a check in the mirror real quick. Make sure you and your team weren't doing something. And what they did was wrong, and I'm not trying to condone it, but shoot, we're talking 5 years ago now, and we're still talking about this stuff. I'd like to kind of turn the page on it, but it happened. They dealt with it. There's nothing you can really do about it now, sitting here where we are, so you just kind of move on from it. And I completely agree with that quote. Like I said, it's been a long time now, and the Astros have completely shown how good of an organization they are, how good of a team they are, even without all of the nonsense that they were doing. But like Chris Sale said, there's no way that they were the only ones doing it. A lot of teams were doing it. My Red Sox were doing stuff. It was, unfortunately, kind of just part of the game at that point. Now, we have moved on from it. We have cleaned up that part of the game, and I'm just ready to move on. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of people in the comments saying, oh, the Astros are cheaters and blah, 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 blah. And now I know winning the World Series won't make everyone forget about the cheating scandal. I do think winning the World Series this year can help a lot of people just move on, because they can show how good they are and they can win a championship without any of the cheating nonsense. So let's move on to the next reason. For my next reason, I want to see Jeremy Pena win a ring in his rookie season. Why do I want to see Jeremy Pena win a ring? Well, first off, he's awesome. But Jeremy Pena, the nickname that I have given him is the Forgotten Rookie. Jeremy Pena, when he first came up, he was getting some attention. He was getting some eyeballs. He was playing pretty well, replacing Carlos Correa at shortstop. But then, all of a sudden, here comes Julio Rodriguez, Adley Rutschman, even had Stephen Kwan there as well. George Kirby came up. Everyone forgot about Jeremy Pena. This guy was playing solid. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying Julio Rodriguez shouldn't win the Rookie of the Year. He probably will win the Rookie of the Year. But Jeremy Pena, he just had himself quite a good season. Hitting .253, 22 homers, a .426 slugging, .289 on base. Definitely could be better. But he played great defense out there. A very demanding position. Shortstop, one of the most demanding positions in the game. And he took to it like it was just butter. My goodness, Jeremy Pena, very mature for his age. And to see Jeremy Pena win a ring in his rookie season after he has just been completely forgotten about this year. And what I thought was just completely ironic was in that series against the Mariners, everyone was looking at Julio Rodriguez. He was the superstar rookie. And all of a sudden, Jeremy Pena became the next big thing over Julio Rodriguez. I think that's just great irony. I would love to see this kid win a ring, because he has just done such a great job this year, taking over a superstar like Carlos Correa. And honestly, I think he's you could even make an argument he's made this team better for the Astros than Correa did. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that down below in the comments. But he's been awesome. I would love for Pena to win a ring, especially after being forgotten about because of the likes of Julio Rodriguez, Adley Rutschman, and others as well. And for my last reason, I want to see Dusty Baker finally win a World Series. Dusty Baker has been around in the game for quite a long time. Almost 30 years managing. 30 years. That is absolutely incredible. He has been around the game forever, it feels like. He has had quite the run. Almost 4,000 games managed, over 2,000 wins. Players love playing for this guy. There's a reason he has been around for as long as he has, starting his career as a manager in 1993 with the San Francisco Giants, making it to the World Series in 2002 against the Angels, came up short, went to Game 7. That was a classic World Series. Then he almost got to the World Series the very next year, got to the playoffs with the Cubs, got to the National League Championship Series against the Marlins. Then you had the Bartman thing. My goodness, just the curse lived on for the Chicago Cubs. One of the most heartbreaking losses in the history of the Chicago Cubs franchise. Moved on to the Cincinnati Reds. Did have some success there. 97 wins in 2012. He had some good Reds teams in the early 2010s. Then he went on to the Nationals. 2 really good seasons there. Then going to the Astros after the cheating scandal, after everything went down, he came to the Astros and just brought stability to this organization, bringing stability to this team. You know, these players, obviously, they were going through a lot of adversity here, and rightfully so, but Dusty Baker came in and said, hey, it's time to block out the noise. It's time to go out there. It's time to play our game. Let's go do our thing, and let's go play the game of baseball like I know we can play. And look at the results, making it to the World Series last year. Remember, in 2020, they were 1 win away from going to the World Series, and then Tampa ended up going. But the Astros, the last couple of years, they have just been phenomenal. And this year, an absolutely phenomenal team. Dusty Baker absolutely deserves to get this World Series championship. I think my prediction is the Astros are going to win this. The Phillies, they're very hot. They're playing great baseball coming in. I just think this Astros team, I just think they got something here. I think they have enough to beat this Phillies team. They're just so good in every aspect of the game. They just seem like a team that goes out there and they just have, I don't even know what to call it, this confidence or like this, I don't want to call it swagger, but like they just know they're that good, right? They're not, being flashy. They're just going out there and they're just playing just a crisp game of baseball every single night. It's, if you make a mistake against these guys, they're just going to take advantage of it. They're good with the offense, amazing starting pitching, a lockdown bullpen, and then Dusty Baker just bringing that calming presence to this team. He absolutely deserves a ring. My goodness, I hope he gets it. And, he absolutely deserves it. What else is there to say? So those are my reasons for why I want the Astros to win the World Series. Tell me down below how much you hate me, but that's all I have for right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.